Guys, welcome to today's video. The number one strategy for long bias traders in 2021. This strategy is tried and tested, works time and time again. Under PDT, it gives that continuation extension if you don't want to use one of your trades for the week, and it gives good follow through, okay? Now, not all of them work. Some of them pull back and you might have to cut it a break even if you want to swing the trade. Personally, I would treat the trade as a intraday trade. It's worth taking the profits. It's going to extend 50%. You take those trades, you don't get greedy, you don't let them continue on. Take the profits. Nobody goes broke taking a 50% gain, okay? What I want to do today is I want to take you through it. I'm going to show you how to identify them. I want to show you how to identify them. I'm going to give you the mindset. What a short bias trader's thinking. What a long bias trader's thinking. Where's the inflection point? Where does the trend reverse? Why does it reverse? What's going through people's mind? Stick to the video. I'm going to give you all of the skills, the tools, and the knowledge you need to be getting $1 a stock. $1 per 100 shares. It isn't going to be easy. You've got to have the patience. You've got to have the discipline. You've got to have the right mindset. But I'm going to give you the tools to find these stocks, okay? It's very simple. If you've got TradingView, it's even easier, okay? I'm going to give you the process, right? The first part, we're going to go over how to identify these, okay? If you've got TradingView, US exchange percentage gainers, and what you will do is you'll just scan through them all, right? And we're going to look for this one pattern that I'm going to show you, okay? If you're on Thinkorswim, look for the percentage gainers. What you want to do is let the morning play out. Let the first hour pass by between 10 and 11 and 11 onwards. Just check the percentage gainers. You don't need a scanner, okay? You don't need to catch the stock as it's breaking out. You need to be already watching the stock. You need to watch level 2. What's the price action? How does it interact with certain levels, okay? You don't need a scanner. Scanners are pointless. You can get a scanner for free. You can get websites. You don't need them. This is how people make money. I don't use a scanner other than pre-market to find what the gainers are, what the float is, what the volume is. Then I draw my lines on my chart. If something breaks out during the day, it shows it on the percentage gainers. That's all you need. It's a scam. You don't need a scanner. A scanner's good if you're looking for specific criteria for swing trades. That's where a scanner's really good because you can't check every single daily chart. So FSRX, we're going to go over this today, right? Let's go to the higher time frame. Every single trade we do higher time frame analysis, okay? We want to see where did the stock last break out, where's the inflection point, where's the volume, what we're thinking about, why do we think this, what do we need to know? Well, the first thing we need to know is when was the last time it broke out? Well, it broke out on the 22nd of December and it had 140 million volume. Huge amount of volume. I think it's a 20 to 30 million stock float, okay? 4, 5, 6 times its float's been rotated, okay? It's a big play. It's already gapped up and had a huge extension. What will normally happen with these is it gaps up, pops and fails, and it'll just fade. It'll fade all the way back down to $1.50. Funds, swing traders, they're all in this position and they're just waiting for it to fade back down, okay? That's the first thing you need to know. What type of strategies do people use? Bigger picture, swing traders, they're looking for a big fade over a 3-week period, okay? Smaller size, 3 weeks, that's what they're looking for, okay? So we understand first is where's price action going to find resistance? Well, the pink lines, which I'll go over soon, are daily intraday levels. The golden lines are key daily levels. And if it's a very key level, I will put in there some commentary to see all-time highs, high of day for 130 million breakout, and then today's pre-market highs, morning high. So the inflection points we're interested in, that's what we do. We want to find percentage gainers. Don't try and focus on, if you're going to be a long bias trader, just wait till after 10:30, wait till after 11 a.m. Look for what's holding above VWAP, what's above pre-market highs, what's above the initial high of day. They're the ones you want to look for. Don't even waste your time trying to scalp or whatever. You're just wasting your time, wasting your effort, okay? With this one, what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through the mindset that other traders are going to have, the skills and knowledge you need to know, and how to manage the trade, what you're thinking about, what's going through. Think about what's going through your mind as well. Really important. Do a journal. What are the thoughts, negative and positive, and how you're going to deal with them in the future. So with this one, okay, what we had is the pre-market high was put in, the initial morning high, pre-market high, couple of little attempts, fade back down. Let's get VWAP back on here. So we can see is it couldn't really hold it up above VWAP when it faded back down. So, you know, it's already been a previous day runner, it's already got heavy volume. Everybody's thinking this thing's going to fade all day. Okay, they're just going to fade it all the way down after a little gap. But sometimes things just don't work out for short traders. I'm a short bias trader. Sometimes it just does not work out. Okay, and it starts to sweep back up and reclaims VWAP. Runs up, breaks pre-market highs, puts in a new high a day, and pulls back. Pulls back into VWAP, holds above the pre-market highs. Pre-market highs is the level we're interested in. Holds above VWAP. What you've got is pop, and then it flushes back down. What have we got here? Well, we've got nearly a 10%, 8.5% pullback. Okay, it's not a huge pullback, but it's certainly a significant pullback. And then I have a little bounce. Okay, bouncing into this area where it sort of was holding as a little bit of a consolidation, bit of a pullback. Okay, and it fades again. Shorts are like, I've got this. I'm fading this baby all the way back to $1. Easy money. I'm not even gonna sweat on this one. And then it bounces off VWAP. Like, of course, it's just stocks bounce off VWAP. I'm not worried it's not gonna break high a day. And then it rejects and starts fading back down. We're like, I've got this. It's easy money. I'm just gonna keep shorting these pops, risking high a day. Nothing. What can go wrong? And then what happens is it cracks as well. That bit of support, and the shorts are like, I'm in. This baby's going down, and it just bounces and recovers and starts to sweep up the shorts. It's already been a multi-day runner. Plenty of shorts are getting trapped. Then what you do is you go from a pop, pull back, lower high, lower high, lower high, just rejecting the trend line. They trap the upper part of the triangle wedge, and then it breaks out of it, pulls back, light volume, sweeps up, and starts to putting high low, high low, high low, high low, and breaks up. This is what you're looking for, okay? The one strategy, the one play you want to look for is it squeezes and breaks through pre-market or initial morning highs, this level around here. Okay, it doesn't need to be an exact science. It's between sort of, you know, 470 and 480. It doesn't need to be perfect. We're looking for an average price. Someone will come in and start buying. That'll which we can see here. And then what you do is we're pulling back, but we're also above VWAP. So we're above VWAP. We're above the pre-market highs. We're also not really next to any daily levels. There's not any really massive levels to break through. And you start to consolidate above VWAP and putting in lower highs, okay? Higher lows, sorry, okay? And this is what you're looking for, the triangle breakout that's holding above the morning highs. It's above VWAP and it's consolidating above VWAP. Higher lows, sweeping action, higher low, and it starts to squeeze out the shorts. Some are getting in around here, some are getting in around here, some are getting in around there. A lot of them are going to risk this golden line, which is the daily level. And what you get is you get this perfect catalyst of somebody's interested in buying it. It's started to break out, and it's doing what normally stocks don't do. These are the best trades if you want to short. The opposite of this, long trades, triangle breakout above VWAP, and the trend reverses. You can see it's going up, and then it's going down, 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 but then it goes pop and it goes up, and you can see the trend reversing and curling. This is what you want to look for, guys. Above VWAP, above the initial morning high, consolidating above that VWAP, and it starts to break out of the triangle, or it can be a wedge. I prefer it is a bit of a wedge. Personally, look at it from a triangle perspective. You've got pre-market support, pre-market high, sorry. They're the ones that you want to look for. The wedge, it's not as consistent, okay? It's not going to be as consistent. So what happens is the trend reverses. This is what you're looking for. How do you manage this trade? What do you look for? That's what you guys want to know. So what you've got this lower high here, okay? Draw your line and it tests it. You can see market makers and traders are taking profits in front of this line, but very light volume, and then someone else is buying it up. This is your indication here to take the trade. You could also take it around here on the pullback, anywhere around here. This area here, and this push, this is where you get the extra confirmation, but you can buy anywhere around this area. Personally, I like to let it test, and then I like to let it pull back, and then find some buying support after a few minutes. That's where I like to get in, and then you just hold it and let it squeeze out all of the shorts. We have a secondary play higher up, okay? And what I will say is a lot of the shorts who get in here are going to risk this golden line. They're thinking, well, I'm not going to get out here. I'm going to let it see. I'm going to see if it can hold above this golden line. But it does, and it continues to squeeze, and that's how we end up with this parabolic move. Big position short traders are out. That's how you get the big squeeze. Then we have the second part of the play. We have a wedge breakout. We have the parabolic move, pullback. Once again, must be about 10% pullback, 8.5%. Exactly the same retracement as the last one. And then we bounce and we start to form a wedge. We continue to put in higher lows and lower highs, and then eventually we break out the wedge. What's going to happen is, because it's pulled back here, short signaling itself, it's not going to hold above this golden line. It's already pulled back. I'm going to shorten at the pops. I'm going to shorten at the upper part of the wedge, and it's going to fade back down, because that's what's going to happen 8 times out of 10. But sometimes it doesn't happen, and when shorts don't get what they want, you end up with this situation where it pops out, and then normally if it's going to fake out, it'll just pop and then roll over. It just held there like a balloon, like someone holding a balloon on a string. It just held, and any little pullback, it just held. No one's selling, buying, and it just rips up to the moon. That's what you end up with, this parabolic move now. All of these shorts who thought we're going to get the play now, it just continues higher, and then it's the time of day as well, into the late afternoon. But we end up with the secondary part, the third part of the trade, which is we start to struggle, and what we do is, as you can see here, we struggled here, but we never broke support. So with this one, when it pulls back, the initial support's going to be this area here. So you say to yourself, well, if it goes and starts breaking below here, I'm going to take the trade off. This one further up is going to be around about here, and you don't know exactly where it's going to be because it's not always clean, the price action. But after about 15-20 minutes, you can see key areas. You can see that this area here around about that 730 daily level, the stock will continue to push higher. Once it starts to put in lower highs, and then it breaks a key area of support. So you've got this point around here, it breaks below it eventually. The first time, gets bought back up off the fast trend line, and then it pulls back again. Once that pullback happens, short, I would personally be shorting into the pop here. Very similar to this one here, I would be shorting into this pop here, looking for the fade back down. Definitely shorting this one, not as much this one, probably that one, expecting to fade back down. If you do that 8 times out of 10, it's going to work. But the time it doesn't work, if you're stubborn, you end up with a huge loss. Just cut it off and move on to the next one. But this one here, the first breakdown of support, shorting at the first pop, and it continued to fade. Guys, what I want you to see about this video, right, is what's key is this is in play for tomorrow. This is in play for tomorrow. That's why I wanted to make this video today. This is why I wanted to make this video today. All-time highs are only up at $11.60. This stock really doesn't have any major resistance above. Okay, it's consolidating, one above VWAP, one above the last breakout, 130 million against the last breakout. If this thing, it can fade, it can fade back down maybe down to the sort of mid fives, but once it starts to recover tomorrow, keep an eye on it. This one's going to be in play. I think this has got the potential to this will probably break all-time highs this week. I think this one's going to up above $12, possibly 15 to 20 this week. Keep an eye on tomorrow, guys. That's how you should trade it. Think bigger picture, wait for confirmation. Don't try and jump into the chop. Don't try and jump into uncertainty. Wait for confirmation. The confirmation is the wedge, the triangle breaks, pulls back, makes a new high, enter here, risking down this area here, and just continue to take those profits as it goes up. Not all of them work, okay, but most of them do if you have the right context. it needs to be holding above key levels. That's what's key. The key levels combined with the potential to go higher. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Keep an eye on FRSX tomorrow, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.